I'm not a consumer, nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't consume. I'm not just a scroll. I'm not on Instagram just straight scroll. Like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be.
So when you think about the NFL, Jay-Z, and then like the NFL is supposed to be wrong with working with the young black youth. What's your take on that? Do you think that there could be more done as being influential in that area? And then talk to me about what you think about Lil Wayne.
What you mean by the NFL and Jay-Z?
So that initiative came after all the police shootings and stuff like that. He stepped in, and then you had the kneeling and stuff like that. So you're a young black man that grew up. Probably you got people grew up in the project. You're a young black man that kind of grew up maybe a little bit better, but probably going through the same situations as being a young black man.
If I'm not going through it, I'm seeing it. Like.
So speak on that.
Family, I'm seeing it, but like, I don't know if it's a foundation that's going on with the NFL. Like, bro, there could always be something more done, bro. That's the NFL, bro. They choose to spend money on what they choose to spend money on. Like, there could always be something more done. It's just what they want to do. Like, my opinion is, like, man, move crazy about that shit, but I'm a young black man, like you said.
Did you hear what's been swirling around about Oprah Winfrey? The internet is buzzing with some outrageous claims, and let me tell you, it sounds like something straight out of a thriller. People are talking about her allegedly fleeing the United States at footage connected to Sean Diddy call surface. Yes, the story is wild, and while it's got everyone's attention, let's unpack what's really going on.
To buy a tape, this particular tape, and then distribute it, because that's what he said. She's been distributing it to for a price, and ain't nobody said nothing in all these years. As much hate as Oprah get, you think they wouldn't have put that out here somewhere? Man, I got this from Oprah. Somebody would have been put her on blast because of the stuff she owned. They didn't, simply for the fact because they want to own what she owned, they could put her on blast. So that don't even, just from a business standpoint, that don't make sense. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Steve, let me bring you in. Same thing. What are your thoughts on this, and do you agree with Dr. Umar?
Well, first of all, I love Dr. Umar. Sometimes he can be a little bit too woke. But Dr. Umar, first of all, I'm gonna say this: your outfit is terrible. I've seen you wear better. The outfit, them Chinese folks fooled you on that van. That outfit, shirt, hat combo is awful. But listen,
I pity the fool.
It's awful. But you know what, man? He is right. I feel like people are trying to get rid of a lot of our high-profile black celebrities. I really believe that. With this thing with Diddy, there's a lot of evidence against him. But this Oprah thing is really, really kind of far-fetched. $75 million, to get the Baby Oil Chronicles. She handed them out. You get the Chronicles. I don't see that. And by the way, Oprah, I think she was a victim of. So why would she be in on something like that? That's kind of far-fetched. So I'm not buying that. But I do agree with Dr. Umar.
Yeah, and Steve, he's specifically talking about YouTubers. Typically these are people who don't have credible sources. Typically I know here, because we are based on YouTube, we always try to dig deep. Where did this come from? Who said this? Who said that? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty? Because I don't think there's a real penalty other than you saw Piers Morgan, who got a cease and desist. But, it's like, oh, you apologize and you take it down. Do you think there needs to be a more crucial penalty for people who are spreading?
The claims suggest that Oprah's sudden disappearance is tied to legal troubles involving Diddy, who has recently been under intense scrutiny for some very serious charges, painting a grim picture of Diddy's current situation.
My name's Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us. People claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, we check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like...
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia. Victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this... I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the act.
At the same time, rumors are swirling that some sort of leaked footage connects Oprah to the chaos. Sounds juicy, doesn't it? But hold on, there's absolutely no proof to back this up, none.
He had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce. But he pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits or in these there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, you know, just like Gucci Mane when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. You can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was gonna be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, just I know you had mentioned him just the way he's moving. You know, he's. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like, that's why you don't have a bond? That's why, you know, you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you
Yeah,
don't want to say
okay.
his name on it.
So that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna
After all, Diddy's legal trouble still hasn't stopped the speculation from taking on a life of its own. People are whispering about hidden cameras, wild parties, and secrets being exposed. It's easy to see why these ideas gain traction. After all, Diddy's legal troubles are real.
So you said that Denzel Washington wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know it was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You get him abused like that, you owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the...
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know man, he gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar. Yeah, I just want to say, man, your voice is amazing.
He's been accused of some dark stuff, including allegations that he kept hidden cameras at his parties to film compromising situations. If true, that's beyond disturbing. Now mix an opera, a name synonymous with power and influence, and you've got the perfect recipe for a viral rumor.
Just recently posted a video of his upcoming Halloween party featuring Chris Brown. It looks like it's gonna be crazy. You had made mention about Jamie Foxx, or he had made mention himself in a special, talking about his almost losing his life, and his hospitalization was due to Diddy. There are stories of him getting beat up and getting put, but I know he was on a movie set, but something from an altercation or something from drug related that was given to him.
Diddy will pull up with you by himself. Like he's not soft. So that's the whole thing with him, like,
he'll pull up and take something,
Bro, he'll pull up and, bro, he slapped Drake.
He did, and everyone looked over that.
Oh, I'm not gonna call him a gangster, but he be on some tough shit, bro, and it'll piss you off, like with his son with the lip gloss on and the waves all the time.
Yeah.
He sweat, he a gangster, bro. I been like, bro, we'll get crazy with you in here.
Anyone who probably do a lot of cocaine will feel all kind of invincible. Will feel all kind of courageous.
With money?
With money, I believe they'll do a lot outside of normal man, who's rational, and just say, let me post up. But let me get your take on with Jamie Foxx, because mind you, Diddy parties and Jamie Foxx parties were the two black Hollywood elite parties that you would always hear about. That was like, you gotta be there to see it. For him to say that I was hospitalized possibly because of something that happened with Diddy.
He thought he was gonna tell. So look, I'm a shout out Big Do God. Very interesting Jamie Foxx story. I don't know if you know about this or seen it.
No.
Give us the Cliff Notes.
I'm gonna let him come on here and tell that, but I'll say this though.
I know he said something about Jamie Foxx in a bathroom.
It wasn't Jamie Foxx in the bathroom, it was his party.
Okay, it's his party, and then the bathroom situation went down.
But why Oprah? Well, it's no secret that she and Diddy have crossed paths over the years. They've been seen at the same events, and she's even interviewed him in the past. Add to that her status as a global icon, and it's easy to see why her name would get dragged into something like this. People love to tear down the mighty, and when two big names like Oprah and Diddy are involved, the rumor mill goes into overdrive.
I think it needs to be a harsh penalty because, people are doing any and everything to be relevant, even at the expense of others' reputations and livelihood. And that's just not fair. You can really damage someone financially. You can even drive them to suicide because the world is an evil place now. So I feel like if you do something like that, I feel like harsh consequences should take place. I really believe that.
Lab, let me get your thoughts on that, because I know we've even had conversations when you've been in studio where people are on your social media saying things and they see one thing and they run with it. What are your thoughts? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty for people that spread misinformation?
100%, especially when you say and spread things that potentially could damage people's brand. Mm-hmm. Because the thing about the internet is, once it's out there, it's out there. And there's no way of pulling it back now. Back in the days, a newspaper could retract the story and you never saw or heard that story again. But once somebody posts something on the internet, y'all know, we know people screenshot it, other people repost it. Mm-hmm. And so it will live on forever. And then some Steve said, the mental piece of it. Mm-hmm. Justin Bieber had a whole mental breakdown.
Yep, several.
About how the industry was treating him and all this stuff right here. Can you imagine if these tapes truly exist? People don't care about none of that. They just want to post it. They just want to get the clicks and the views, and they don't care about the fallout and the ramifications for this. So I think, hell yeah, there should be stiff penalties. If this tape is released and they can prove who released this tape, they need to go to jail. If Justin Bieber does something to himself, I think they need to go to jail for that.
Held accountable. And I want to add this too, Symphony. I also found out that when they found that, I think it was found as well. I just wanted to put that out there.
You know what?
But it was a chick where that she was doing a little Winnie the Pooh type action, so we good.
Lab, let me ask you this, because Lab, like I said, we've had those conversations in studio where, and what I really love and appreciate, you always do your research. Every time we talk about a topic, you're like, hey, that's cool, that's an opinion, that's something that you heard from another celebrity or another source, but it's not credit, and you're always going to find that source. I think information like this can be so detrimental to our community, right? Because you have older people.
Here's the thing though, just because a story is shocking doesn't make it true. If there were even a hint of legitimacy to these claims, it would have been the talk of every major media outlet. There would be interviews, investigations, and evidence for the world to see. Instead, what we have is a lot of noise without substance. It's like building a house on quicksand. There's nothing solid holding it up.
Me and him been outside together 15 years, so that's small. He's the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? He don't really care about money like that. He don't really care about a lot of this. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his stuff, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, the risk of dying is high, dude gonna make sure he there. That's what he like to do. But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 apiece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my nickname, Gordo. I said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. So now here I go. I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over here. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody pants at their ankles. One dude didn't even have no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm like,
Shout out Big Dude.
yeah.
Shout out Big Dude. God damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, these, bro.
So, let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. You don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stood. Cause you too thirsty to go be up here. 5 in the morning, you wanna be in the studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine. They sipping liquor. You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the female. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 in the morning, saying I'm at the hotel, and he's like, yeah, well, who there? Like, pull up.
So what makes these kinds of rumors so compelling? For starters, they play on our love for drama stories of betrayal, hidden truths, and shocking revelations are irresistible. They tap into our curiosity and make us feel like we're in on some big secret. And when those stories involve celebrities, the stakes feel even higher. It's like watching a real-life soap opera unfold. And who doesn't love a little intrigue? Nights, you know why you don't. Is that illegal? It's illegal in the context of how scene can use it. So you don't want to say that. So don't. If scene comes, if you see this joker should not be your attorney. Yeah. That's why I did not pass the ball. Statements like that going to get you sent straight. They're going to be like, you don't even need a jury, just listen. This is your cell right here. This is your C. You don't want to say that, but he has to explain it. His lawyer has to explain it well. And watch this man. Sometimes in the end, what does this whole saga teach us is a reminder to think critically, question what we hear, and not get swept away by the tide of sensationalism. Yes. The stories may be entertaining, but the truth is always worth pursuing. So next time you hear a rumor that seems too wild to be true, take a step back and ask yourself, where's the proof? Because without it, it's just noise in a world already full of it. Said you woo woo, sis.